That's me, Les McDonald. And that's me again. I've lived and filmed travel and wildlife videos in Banff and Jasper National Parks for over 20 years. My gift to you? The top 20 things to see and do in Banff National Park, an insider's guide. Insider's tip. I've included a link in the description of our Insider's Travel Guide Canada website where you can get even more great insider's tips and book most of these activities ahead of time, or have us do it for you. Number 1. The Banff Gondola. Hands down, this is where you need to start your Banff adventure. Take an exhilarating scenic ride to the top of Sulphur Mountain. The Banff Gondola summit rests nearly 7,500 feet above sea level. Bring your appetite. The newly transformed, state-of-the-art summit building hosts 2 restaurants offering whatever you desire from buffet to fine dining. Take part in interactive interpretive exhibits and a breathtaking 360-degree rooftop observation deck. The new Banff Gondola summit is an experience you'll never forget. Insider's tip. Make sure your phone and camera battery are fully charged. You don't want to miss out on capturing these once-in-a-lifetime views. Number 2. The Banff Upper Hot Springs. You've just had a great adventure on the gondola, so why not hit the hot springs? It's just across from the gondola base station, so walk over and leave your car where it is. Easy. These historic hot springs will soothe your soul while you look down at Mount Rundle and the Spray River Valley. Insider's tip. Bring a water bottle and fill it with ice-cold water to stay hydrated while you soak in the views. Number 3. The Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. I don't think there's a more iconic Canadian Rockies hotel, and it's steeped in Banff history. Built in 1898 by the Canadian Pacific Railway, the Banff Springs Hotel is the castle in the Rockies. The hotel viewing areas are open to the public, and views looking down the Bow River Valley are breathtaking. My personal favorite place inside the hotel is Mount Stephen Hall. Book a guided hotel tour ahead of time and get the ultimate Insider's Banff Springs Hotel experience. Insider's tip. There's a paid parking lot at the hotel, but if you park your car nearby in downtown Banff, it's an enjoyable, short scenic walk up to the hotel. Number 4. The Bow Falls. Just a short stroll down from the Banff Springs Hotel, the Bow Falls is where the Bow River meets the Spray River Valley. This is a beautiful place to have a picnic, and since you walked, it's a beautiful scenic walk down the Riverside Trail back to downtown Banff. In the fall, expect to see herds of elk preparing for the annual rut. Number 5. Surprise Corner. This is the one place you can see the Bow Falls, Sulphur Mountain, and the Banff Springs Hotel all from one spot. Just head up Buffalo Street to the Surprise Corner Lookout and you can't miss it. This is a great place to take photos. I've filmed and photographed hundreds of weddings here, and for a good reason. Number 6. The Mount Norquay Scenic Lookout. There's a green spot about 3/4 of the way up the mountain towards the ski hill on Mount Norquay Road that has parking and some of the best views you can get. There's a gorgeous scenic lookout and green area with views of the Vermillion Lakes and this iconic view of the entire town of Banff you won't get anywhere else. The grassy meadow is a great spot for a picnic, family photos, and even a wedding. Insider's tip. For a great workout, rent a mountain bike and pedal up to the lookout point. It's hard work, so don't do it unless you're in pretty good shape, but it's an exhilarating ride back down. Number 7. The Vermillion Lakes. The small chain of marshy lakes is a safe, peaceful place to take a short scenic hike or ride a bike. It's pretty quiet down here, even in peak season, and it's a stellar place to take photos. Number 8. Lake Minnewanka. Lake Minnewanka is one of Banff's largest and most accessible lakes. The lake is 21 kilometers or 13 miles long and 142 meters or 466 feet deep and offers so many great Canadian Rockies activities. The deep blue-green waters are home to trophy-sized lake trout and make this a popular fishing destination. Lake Minnewanka is a popular place to picnic, mountain bike, and hike. You can rent a canoe or kayak here and explore the lake or take a Lake Minnewanka boat cruise, where you'll have the opportunity to see many types of wildlife like bighorn sheep, elk, osprey, bald eagles, and more. Take the classic cruise and discover the history of the underwater ghost town of Minnewanka Landing and enjoy the gorgeous scenery, or take the beer voyage and drink great local craft beers. There's also a great family cruise where kids can cruise for free. Insider's tip. You can book these cruises ahead of time on our website to avoid the lines. Number 9. Two Jack Lake. This small emerald green lake is just down the road from Lake Minnewanka and a wonderful place to stop for photos, a leisurely lakeside walk, or picnic. This is also a great place to spot wildlife. Number 10. Johnston Lake. Keep your eyes peeled for the Johnston Lake turnoff while on the Lake Minnewanka Loop. Johnston Lake is a local's favorite and one of the warmest lakes to swim in Banff. There's a great beachside picnic area and an easy short loop trail that takes you all the way around the lake. Insider's tip: July and August are the best times to swim here. Number 11. The Bow Valley Parkway, aka Highway 1A. There are great views along this highway like Castle Mountain Viewpoint. The Bow Valley Parkway has many great scenic stops and is a great place to spot wildlife. This is also the route you want to take if you want to visit Johnston's Canyon. Insider's tip: the bridge at the Castle Mountain Lookout has an osprey nest in it, and it's a great place to see these amazing birds of prey. Number 12. Johnston's Canyon. Hands down, one of the best hiking or ice walking experiences you can have in Banff National Park. Carved out over a millennia, this canyon hike offers waterfall after waterfall with beautiful mountain pools and streams. These trails offer unique, safe metal walkways that are chiseled into the rocky cliffsides that make for amazing views and photo opportunities. Insider's tip: be sure to pack snacks or a bagged lunch for a picnic and a large water bottle to stay hydrated. Number 13. Morant's Curve. This is on the Bow Valley Parkway on the way to Lake Louise from Banff, and a great place to take scenic photos and a favorite spot for train enthusiasts to take photos and video of trains winding through this beautiful Bow River Valley. Beautiful Mount Fairview is the most prominent mountain you can see in the background. Number 14. Moraine Lake. One of my favorite places in Banff National Park. On the way up to Lake Louise, you'll see a turnoff for Moraine Lake. This is well worth a 13-kilometer side trip. Hike to the top of the rock pile via the safe, clearly marked trail where you can get to take iconic photos with amazing views. Insider's tip: bring a picnic and plan to stay for more than an hour and rent a canoe or take a leisure scenic hike along the lake. Also, it's busy here with limited parking, so go shoulder season or get there super early to avoid the crowds. Number 15. Lake Louise. This is probably one of the most popular and most photographed lakes in the Canadian Rockies. In the summer, you can hike down to the end of the lake towards Queen Victoria Glacier. Plan to stay for an hour or two so you have time to enjoy the lakeside trail or rent a canoe. Insider's tip: you have to take the hike up to Lake Agnes Tea House and enjoy a tea you'll never forget. This is such a beautiful gem of the Canadian Rockies, and it'll take you away from the crowds. Continue hiking up to the Beehive for even more amazing views. Insider's tip: call ahead and book the tour of the famous Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. Again, like Moraine Lake, it's very popular and busy here, so consider visiting the off-season or in the early morning to avoid the crowds. Number 16. The Icefields Parkway. This breathtaking drive takes you up to Jasper National Park through beautiful high-altitude valleys with some of the most rugged mountain views you can imagine. On this drive, you'll see many glaciers and glacial streams, rivers, and lakes. I think that this is one of the top drives in the world. Get out early in the morning and you'll be surprised at how many wildlife you'll see. You can spot elk, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, and grizzly bears. And if you get really, really lucky, you might spot a mama black bear with her cubs. And for crying out loud, never approach wildlife. Insider's tip: spring and early summer are the best times to spot wildlife in the lower river valleys, especially bears. If you see wildlife, use your indicator signal to pull over safely off of the road and take a quick picture safely from the inside of your vehicle. These are wild animals and they can be extremely dangerous no matter how friendly they look. Don't want to drive? Book an Icefields tour from the town of Banff with the experts through our Insider's Travel Guide Canada website, or have us do it for you. Number 17. The Crowfoot Glacier. Look for the roadside turnout. This is a great place to see a glacier and have a magnificent glimpse of these massive ice fields that often hide out of sight behind the peaks. Number 18. Bow Lake and Numteejaw Lodge. The Bow Glacier offers a wonderful waterfall view at the end of the lake, and this is where the Bow River that runs through Banff starts. Number 19. Peyto Lake. This is a gem of the Canadian Rockies. The views from Bow Summit are simply breathtaking. The viewpoint trails are well marked, and the photography opportunities are second to none. Insider's tip: if you have time, you can spend hours on trails here and get away from the crowds during peak season. In winter, bring cross-country skis or snowshoes if you want to get out to the viewpoint. Number 20. Last but not least, the Columbia Icefields. Okay, you got me. This is in Jasper National Park, but barely. This is one of the best places on Earth to see spectacular, massive glaciers up close. The Icefield Center has ample parking and is a great spot to grab a bite to eat or embark on adventures. Insider's tip. For the ultimate experience, take the Columbia Icefields Adventure. You'll get to go right on the glacier in the specially designed Ice Explorer buses that look like giant moon buggies. Bring a cup or water bottle so you can enjoy a sip of the pristine glacier water. Included in this adventure is the Columbia Icefield Skywalk, an amazing viewing platform that extends out over the mountainside with the glass bottom floors offering exhilarating views for an experience you'll never forget. Book ahead of time on our Insider's Travel Guide website to avoid lineups or have us do it for you for an exclusive experience. Well, there you have it. And don't forget, you can plan your entire Banff or Jasper trip on our Insider's Travel Guide Canada website. Book activities and tours or have us do it for you. We'd be glad to help you plan your dream Canadian Rockies vacation. Thanks for watching.